Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
You might not have thought there were too many surprises left in the build-up to the EU referendum, but there was one today. The value of the pound fell after two polls put Leave votes ahead of those supporting the Remain campaign. Our political editor, Robert Peston, is here. Robert, how significant is this?
It's always wrong to read too much into individual polls, particularly after the way we were all burned before the last general election. If you were the Prime Minister, however, the reason you would be concerned is because this battle over our future in the EU looks as though it's turning into a bit of a contest over his popularity and the popularity of the government. It was the one thing that he was desperately keen to avoid. But with Tory MPs, including, one on my Sunday show, Nadine Dorries, saying she would want him to go unless he were to win the poll by an overwhelming margin, lots of voters may well be thinking, actually, let's vote to leave because they want to give him a bloody nose. And as I say, that's what would be worrying him.
And today, the Leave campaign made a pledge on VAT on energy bills that really amounted almost to a policy announcement.
It did, and that's part of this same narrative, which is even people on his own side implying that if we vote to leave, you get a new government, in this case, a government formed by Boris Johnson and Michael Gove. Now, there's been a second, what you might call, manifesto announcement tonight in the newspapers regarded as more sympathetic to their cause, the Telegraph, the Sun, the Mail. They've issued a statement saying they've got a new immigration policy which they'll implement if they win the Leave vote. And the policy would be that you couldn't come to this country unless you can speak English and unless you have the right skills for a job. Now, increasingly, therefore, voters will be looking at Johnson and Gove and thinking, oh, well, if I vote for them, I get a whole new set of policies. Again, deeply damaging for the Prime Minister, because the implication is, vote to leave, you get them, and he goes. The last thing he wants this referendum to be about.
Very interesting. Robert, thanks very much indeed.
I've been getting away with it all